Hello, my name is Scott for SBGaming and welcome back to Transport Fever Sandbox Edition. And in the last episode we had a lot of show and tell just because I had a lot of stuff to show and to tell about. A lot of changes that were done off screen, which I will quickly recap. Basically the airports, all of them got upgraded. I actually never mentioned it, but over here in Santa Clarita has an airport, so that is something. I've added that in. I've added some trees, and yeah, this is the takeoff runway. This is the landing runway. I figured, leave a gap here, no trees, to designate the landing runway. And there's a few trees back here, but this is otherwise clear in case any plane fails to make a proper takeoff. They're not going to necessarily crash into any trees. Anyway, that is not what we have in mind for this episode. Last time around, we started setting up some lines, and we have a couple over here. We have a boxcar line that goes from over here all the way over to here, and it will connect the three cities as well as the goods factory down there. Might as well... no, let's not. We also have a planks line that goes from here over to here, back to here to supply planks. We have a second planks line that goes from here up to here and then back just to split the distance. Partially because we may also take the steel from here and put it on that line as well. So I didn't necessarily want to have steel running up to there, although it could if it wants. Plus steel from over here could route over here if it wants, back on that. So that is something. As well, if Gilbert is getting construction materials, construction materials could get put on here and shipped down to Downey. My infrastructure is set up to bring goods to places. I just, in a lot of places, haven't actually set it up. Yeah. I have all this infrastructure I've put in, like this line over here, like of all things. This is still standard track. I put this in back before 1924-25 when we got the high-speed rail. This has been around for a long time, and I'm going to have to upgrade it. Yeah, about this. Let's see if we can do the upgrades in large chunks, because that would be ideal. We also don't have any signals, I don't think. Or no, that's not signals. Oh no, we actually do have signals. Well, about that. Alright. That works. Well, this wasn't so bad at all. And we might as well do this section as well. Yeah, about that. Alright, so this is the Augusta Stone. That was another thing. We were planning to take iron ore from over here to ship it on this line, making that one more profitable since it is hauling stone from here over to here. We're going to get the iron ore over to here. And then the iron ore will continue off to Downey. On a separate line, perhaps. Right now we have Augusta Stone. That's coming into this platform. How many lines do I have coming in through here? I have 4. Two here, 2 here. These are pass-throughs. what I'm probably going to want to do, because I'm going to want to have another... Actually, what I could do is probably double book these platforms. First of all, what I want to make sure is, yep, those are all locked and loaded onto those specific platforms. So yeah, we could have some trains queuing up to wait. That's not really an issue. We have planks running from here over to here and then there, and now was I going... Yeah, I was going to bring... Yeah, I will share that. We're going to want to bring the iron ore into here so it can be shipped up there. We have coal here that can get shipped over there. And this was a new addition bridge. We extended this. I've shown that. So that goes off in that direction. But actually, rather than country road, rather than going down that way, RF Downey. Oh wow. Let me guess. Well, it provides a pretty good coverage, so that is something. I might need additional, but that is a future me problem. So yeah, what I'm going to want to do is we're just going to run this. We're going to go large country road off in this direction. And we are going to put a truck station right here. And now we are going to want 2 new lines. This is going to be RF Downey steel. And we will color that. This is going to be RF Downey coal. We're going to have that over to there, 2 over there. And then this one is going to be over here. Over to here. Yep, that's fine. Yep. Now the question is, do I... Yeah, we're going to use a separate one because reasons. And we are going to split it up like that. And now we are going to throw a truck depot right there, and we are going to buy Freightliner Cascadia, Downey coal. We're going to buy a second one for Downey steel, and we also have a line 1, which is that one was going to be, that's right. Am I going to want any gondolas to come in here? No. I'm going to have to upgrade that station. And for this, I'm going to want this to come into platform 1. So now we're going to have 2 separate lines running into that platform. Nope. Bother. And this is TF. This is going to be Downey, Augusta, What am I bringing over here? Iron ore. That's what it is. And now we are going to want to expand this possibly to 6 platforms. Apply. And now what I would like to do, this was a bit of a hassle to put in, so the sharp corner. We are going to want to actually, I have 2 lines coming in here. Alright, about that. So we are going to bring this like that. And then merge this on. And we are going to want to do a crossover. And those go into there, although with that said, they go back on that line, which is no-go. Alright, first of all, we are going to want to Augusta planks, not Downey planks. Iron ore, we are going to color that. Augusta planks, so this is alright, Downey halt. We're going to force it on to 5 and 6. Now, why is it going on to that track? Why indeed? Why is it going back? Oh, I can see why this is. That in, and too much curvature. All right, well, I'm going to sure. All right, so that's going properly on that line. Now this. Or did I? No, I didn't. Alright, that would explain that. And like that. Alright, about that. And one right there. I will want to have signals. Throw one right about there. I'm going to set up my... Yep. One there. We're going to want one there. And this should, I think, oh no. And then this in like that. And what's going on here? All right, there is one line. We're going to want to force Augusta planks to use platform 3. No. It picks up here. All right, about this. So it goes from there to here, picks up. Oh, this is backwards. So much for that. Yep, we only need one platform going that way. There's a question. 230, 160. Yeah, we're going to be max 160. That's what the freight wagons are, so it doesn't really matter. All right, well, Augusta planks then can come into platform 1 then. Or rather, platform 2. So we are going to have to split that. And then we are going to just or not. There we go. And put that in. So now those go like that, those go like that. The only thing is this line has to go yep, that's good enough. And that is all right, perfect. All right, good thing we got that sorted out, because that would be an issue if it wasn't. So there's going to be 3 lines sharing this. All right, so now we have one coming in here, 2 coming in here, 1 going through. All right, so what I'm going to want to do, we are going to, actually it's not going to matter. Let's connect a depot here. And then we are going to connect up a depot right here. All right, we are going to buy trains and we're going to go cheap. We might go cheap. These are 105, these are 113 kilometers an hour. Let's buy one of those and we are just going to run, this is going to have to be stake cars. And we are going to set this to Downey planks. Goes off in that direction. Yep. From here, we are going to buy a GE C48W. And we are going to want same thing. Actually, we're going to buy that one somewhere else. But we are going to run 5. Set line. Augusta to Simi Valley. We were also setting up a line down here in Paterson. Not over there. Where, I think I know where the line 1, wherever that line 1 was. Or apparently not. Alright, we are going to need a new line running from here. Paterson Freight to, this is, where is it? Palm Bay. Over here to Downey Halt. Now that apparently... Actually, let's go back to Palm Bay and then back that way. This is going to be called TFM Paterson to Downey. It's going to be that color. And that runs on that. Expanded that to 8 platforms. And those trains are still jammed up. Alright, so what I would like to do, we are going to set up a depot over here. Now, is this going to cause any issues with the lines? Nope, because I don't think that is, actually no, it is connected, but there is no line to want to take that. All right. We are going to buy trains. We are going to buy GE C48W. We are going to go with a full-length box car. And this is going to be Paterson to Downey. That will kick off more goods to be able to go off in that direction. So goods as well as plastics, which will of course get shifted over onto that line potentially. As well as, actually, oh no, we already have the boxcar line going from here. Another thing we're going to want to set up, I have this set up, but I've never actually touched it. We are going to want that running into here, I think. We have Simi Valley transfer coming up to here, so there is grain being supplied to there. This is a limit of 1,600. It will see a bigger limit. There is another thing I wanted to do was, of course, this here to there, setting up that crude oil. Do I go like this and then back up like that and then bring the plastics like that, or do I do here up to here? Let's go line manager and Simi Valley Annex over to there. This is going to be RF Simi Valley Plastics. And if we could get some oil in here, that would be ideal. But to my knowledge, we have this here. We might connect it up. Although I'd have to connect it up like this, possibly. Although we do have that. We could run a oil line into here. Quite possibly. Alright about that. Now, what other lines do I need to set up? Let's go to trains, and I wish I could differentiate between freight and cargo. Downey to Augusta iron ore. We have that one. But we are going to need to set up the iron ore over here. Now we are going to need to build a bridge, or no, not a bridge, a road. We have the train station here. Large country road. Does that do anything wonky to the track? Not really, it's mostly flat, so that's fine. Alright, let's bring that. Nope. Let's bring this over here. Bring it to about here. We'll switch over to a small road, and then we are going to want to put a truck depot. Actually, that's not that expensive. All right, about that. This is the freight station, and we are going to want to have. All right, about this. Truck depot over here, possibly. No. That said, that does connect, so. What other lines are coming in through here? Just the bus line. So what we are going to do is we're going to break that. And we are going to bring this around. And then country road like that. And now, can we squeeze it in? We can. Right about right there. So that is now connected up to that. We are going to want a new line there, or rather there. Down here, we are going to build road depot. No, please. What are you colliding with? What is your issue? I don't like that. Let's throw it there. And line 1, this is going to be RF Miramar iron ore. And we're going to color that. By road vehicles, Freightliner Cascadia, Miramar iron ore. So we now have iron ore going down to here. We will have it getting picked up by our Augusta Stone train. Dropped off here. which will then get... Do I have a depot over here? Yes, I do. Buy a train, GEC40. We are going to want gondolas. Let's go 6 gondolas and Downey to Augusta iron ore. Alright, so now that is set up. Downey to Augusta iron ore. We have the Miramar iron ore. The Augusta, so that, then over to there we have the Augusta Stone. And then over here we have Downey Steel, which will pick that up, bring it over there. Iron or coal is already being delivered from there to there, or will be once this ramps up. So we now have steel production here. It'll get shipped back that way. And steel needs to be on the, not that one, Augusta planks. So we are going to have both steel as well as potentially steel and planks going back that way. But we also have the potential for plastics to get shipped there as well. So that works out quite well. As well as we have some food coming in here, I think. If we take a look at Simi Valley, we have 40 of 370s, 11%. So Simi Valley is currently being supplied with food. Food can potentially ramp up. It's only at an 800 limit, but it will see the additional demand of Downey as well as Augusta, since it is making those stops, which is awesome. So connect that up, we will have goods potentially being produced eventually, but that is that. Now I also want to get this set up, and rather than go that funky route, we're instead going to take this going that way and then down like that. Although with that said, yeah, that's medium country road. And we are just going to do that. And now we have iron ore here. I'm not doing anything with because reasons. I didn't want to take the iron ore from here to here. I wanted to use that one instead since it's a further distance. More money. Now with that said, if I were to run oil down here and then no, we're just going to do one run. There we go. And now right there. Buy road vehicles. We're going to buy a Freightliner Cascadia. We are going to set it to a new line there. Down here, this is going to be oil. It's going to be oil, and this is going to be RF. It's going to be Cape Coral oil. Over here in Gilbert, for the Gilbert oil line, it is no longer going to go up to Gilbert. It is instead, we have 3 trains waiting for a free path. Lovely. This is going to Toledo oil. They're all going to Toledo oil. Alright, well, one thing I'm going to want to do then, we're going to keep the line, but what we are going to do is set up a separate line. Now, question is, this could be a problem. All right. Well, we're going to go from there to here. Over to here. And then back. This is going to be RF. I might as well call it Gilbert oil. And this Gilbert oil is going to be gold. Alright, so one thing I'm going to want to do. Where are you exactly? You are waiting there. Alright. And you are coming into there. And you are coming into there. Or you're waiting there. You're waiting there. And you are waiting there. Alright, about that. They do have some oil. They're going to lose it if I were to switch them over to the other line. Let's kick it up to speed 2. One thing I've noticed, it's not as bad apparently on speed 1, is there's a little bit of a stutter. Speed 3, actually not that bad. Although with that said, is speed 3 any better? Not really. Oh god. Speed 1 is a little bit smoother. Alright, you are that train and you are that train. Alright, you're going to be the first 70 kilometers an hour uphill. You are a rough looking train. One thing I might do, yeah, we might just sell off those trains. We're not going to switch them over. So what I would like to do then is we are going to, Gilbert Oil is apparently coming into that platform. We are going to want Gilbert Oil instead to come into platform 4. Although that is going to be a hassle. Nope. Here's a question. Palm Bay Lumber, Cape Coral. Alright, about that. So what I want to do then is we're going to put a crossover like that. There we go. And then Cape Coral transfer. Yeah, that's locked to platform 3. Alright, about that. Now we are going to bring this like that. We're going to put a depot right there. And we are going to buy train GE C40-8W with as many tank cars as we can fit. And we we are going to set this to the new Gilbert oil line. One thing I can do is I can force these trains to go basically empty. They will unload all at their next stops, which means they will not pick up anything else at Toledo Oil, which means then they will drop off everything, hopefully, not pick up, so that I can just remove them off the line. Gilbert Oil, wow. Alright, so those goods may have to transfer over to another line. But this will actually free up, this will actually be very nice. It'll free up one more line. Now, are you going to unload your stuff? I'm sure it will. If it's hauling it back here, possibly. Alright, and there it goes. We are going to send you back to depot. There's a depot there, yep. Nice. Which is the next one? This one's coming in. Although this one might be closer. And we will do the same thing. And you're just waiting for it to be sold. So yeah, if you want to empty a set of vehicles of all their goods or passengers, just set it to unload all or unload only. And they will empty what they have on them, and then you can just sell them off. Presuming you care about that. Anyway, at this point in time, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go off screen until this is all wrapped up. $1.22 million. And what is interesting is that the quantity of goods that is showing here is dropping. Since this line can no longer be used for any goods, since trains won't be able to pick up here, the goods are going to a different line, or they're going back to the refinery or oil well. And we will send that off. Same thing. And one more train to go. Speed up to speed 3. Gilbert oil hold is declining. And it's entirely possible that all the stuff that was on that line is switching over to this line. And the last train, send it back to depot. And now what we can just do is let's go to train, and we want Gilbert oil. Gilbert oil old. Was losing me $14 million. We just want to sell it off. And all those goods get dropped over to TF Paterson Oil. So basically, yeah, that was kind of a duplicate. Although not so duplicate, because it was going over to here. It served a purpose to get plastics over to here. Although with that said, we had plastics over here anyway. So, about that. Actually, no, it served to supply oil up to here. It couldn't run plastics anyway, even if it wanted to. It was getting oil to here. Now oil is being supplied over here. So, that should also hopefully be working. We have oil showing up here. let's throw our truck icons. The one truck is down there, so we are going to start ramping up the number of Freightliners. Cape Coral Oil. There's 13 units. And it'll take time for this upgrade. Let's speed it or slow it down. At this point in time though, what I'm probably going to do is take a break. It is nice to see that ticking. And over here we have iron ore as well. Let's buy a second road vehicle for that. Set line, Miramar iron ore. Which means we should have, yes indeed, 21 units of iron ore, which will make that train, wherever it is, Miramar Stone, vehicles, it's going into Augusta. And we are only running at 113 kilometers an hour. Actually, this is a pretty good train to be running on this line. Just because max speed is 120 kilometers on this line. I would have to upgrade to a high-speed track if I wanted to run anything faster, so sure about that. Anyway, this is not hauling anything right now. That is apparently waiting for a free path. We have 22 of 108 stone. That is unfortunate. 42 of 400. Could it be that it's line usage? No. Should I put a second? I would need to put signals. Well, I have one signal here. So about that. $50 units of stone sitting here. So yeah, about that. Anyway, at this point in time, I'm definitely going to take a break here. Did we get a... We have a boxcar. Augusta planks. Do we have a vehicle on the line? No, we don't. Well, indeed. What I will do then is I will buy trains. We might as well get that one rolling as well. Let's buy a bunch of those and put it on Augusta planks. Alright, now that line has a vehicle, it will be rolling. And actually, as it turns out, if I'm using the C40s, that won't have to be high-speed track. Anyway, at this point in time, I'd like to say thank you for joining me for this episode of Transport Fever. Look at all that, those resources. Jeez. Things are rolling a little bit better, I would like to think. Construction costs, new vehicles, 103 million. We were making a profit-ish, but yeah, about that. Give or take. New vehicles, 219 million. 118 million in road vehicles. 70 million in trams. Yeah, about that. Sold vehicles, 18 million. Alright. That would explain why we weren't making a profit that year. Anyway, thank you for joining me for this episode of Transport Fever Sandbox Edition. Thank you for watching. My name is Scott for SBGaming. And as always, have a good day.